How y'all doing today? I hope y'all having a blessed day. It's been miserable here. Raining, thunderstorms, off and on all day. And I have got to get myself out of here because I got to get my rent receipt. Uh, don't know how I'm going to do that. But I talked to my son and, he texted me. And they're working him like a dog. He said he worked from 5:30 p.m. to 7 a.m. yesterday, and he has to be back there at 1 a.m. today. And they had like 7 people quit. Poor management, people. That's what that is. Poor management. You want to... where he works goes 24/7, from what I understand. And that's poor management. All right? I've worked in establishments like that. You find people, you hire them for shifts. You give them their hours, you pay them good money, and they show up. Otherwise, they quit. So they're definitely overworking my son. And I mentioned this in a video before when I talked about Cat Without the Hat being a good worker. How my son is too, and they're just... That is the reason why they can't keep people. And then they'll work the other people that they do have like a dog, and to the point where they quit. That is poor management. It is. So I don't hear any tree frogs at the moment, but we do have them here. They were croaking. When I first lived here, a couple years ago, I lived out in the country. I like to say I lived off of a dirt road. Off a dirt road. You couldn't get a pizza delivered there. I was so far out in the woods. And I was renting a room from a friend of mine, and there was a bunch of people renting from him, and he was gone all the time, and I pretty much kept an eye on the place while he was gone, and he showed up. He was going to be there for a couple days. Most of the time when he came home, he was gone because he'd go see his daddy. His elderly daddy took care of him. And he happened to be there one night, and I said to him, I'm going to go for a walk. Why don't you go with me? Now, to pick up the mail, and I'm not kidding you, was at least a block away in the driveway. And I said, I'm gonna go up here. Why don't you go with me? So he went for a walk with me. He brought a flashlight. Now, I wasn't used to this kind of stuff. And while we were walking, something hit my back and bounced off my back, and it had weight on it, people. You can tell when something hits you and bounces off you, it has weight. And I pitched a fit. I pitched a hissy fit, and I was like, what the hell is that? And he started laughing. And he shined his flashlight out on the ground. He said, look. I looked down. What am I looking for? Suddenly I noticed there was toads all over the place. Okay. What does that have to do with what just hit me in the back? Because, I'm thinking bat, and I'm freaking out. And he said, those are tree frogs. You hear them? Now, I thought they were cicadas at first. But no, they made a different noise. He said, those are tree frogs. I said, why are they so loud like that? He said, they're mating. That's their mating call. And I was like, well, hell, them are some horny toads. And he started laughing. Because that's all you could hear, really, when once he pointed out to me that it was just toads making noise. Tree toads, he called them. Yeah, all right, and they just fall out of trees sometimes and they'll hit you. So I picked I guess any day at that point in the year was a bad day to go walking. Because a tree toad was going to fall out of the tree and hit you. And I called him, wow, those are some seriously horny toads, because he said that's mating calls. They're calling to be for their mate. And I'm beginning to hear them here. And they can get pretty loud. They get quiet and then they get loud. Getting back to my son, I did make the statement that they were working him like a dog. Poor management there. I worked in management. You hire people for the shifts. You hire them for the hours you want them to work. And now managers in that situation, in that kind of profession, get paid salary. So they don't want to come in and fill in a shift, all right? They don't. What they do instead is they'll have other employees. I need you to work, this on top of your other shift, and they don't pay them anymore. It's like they don't hire them full time. Sorry, I had to sit me down. They don't pay them full time. They'll hire a bunch of people part time, and so when they ask them to come in, they're not giving them time and a half. It's just a few more hours on top of what they have, and people don't want to do that. People like continuity. I have seen poor management before. I have worked in management and set shifts and people who would work and stuff like that. And that crap never works. It never does. You hire somebody part-time. Oh, somebody quit. Can you cover their shift and stuff like that? They don't want to do it. They might do it for a while and then they stop. That is how you lose good employees. It's exactly how you lose good employees. You ain't paying them anymore. Usually it's regular time because you've hired them part-time and you don't give them time or time and a half, and you work them like a dog because you have your head so far up your ass you're going in circles. That's the best way I can explain it, all right? And then you end up losing your good employees. A manager needs to come in and fill in those shifts. They don't want to because they're getting paid salary. My son, if I remember correctly, said he went in at like 5:30 yesterday, got out at 7 a.m., and he has to be there at 1 a.m. again. He is trying to cover the shift. Are they paying him more? I highly doubt it. And he works like a dog. And he texted me and told me what was going on after I made a video about Cat Without the Hat, a working man and working and stuff like that. And my son texted me and let me know what was going on. I keep telling him, son, pardon me, there's too many people out there hiring right now that would just love to have an employee like you. All right? You need to get away from that shit. But he needs to work and stuff like that. He's not one to quit something. I was the same way. Now, to me, I never put all my eggs in one basket. I got the majority of my hours from one job, and I told him I have a second job. To me, that was a fail-safe. I had kids to take care of. If one job started jerking me around and screwing me, and I wouldn't have nothing to do with that, and they would let me go because of that, I had another job to fall back on. I had some income coming in until I could get me another job that understood that I had a second job. Because you could tell them, look, hey, that's your problem, all right? That's why they pay you the big bucks. You're in management. That's why they pay you the big bucks. They pay you salary because if crap hits the fan, you need to come in and cover a shift. You may be working double shifts. That is motivation for you to get somebody else who will work that shift so that you're not pulling a double shift because they ain't making any more money off that. All right? The days of working one shift and getting salary to where you'll get paid for almost 3 shifts is over. It is. They need to realize that. This is why you hire people for certain shifts, because they have a life. You need to realize they have a life, and they like continuity. You hire them for that certain shift, and you hire other people for other shifts. And you pay them enough to work that shift. But if you don't pay them enough to work that shift, you ain't going to have that employee long. And that's what they're doing. And they took what employees they had. Oh, we got more hours for you. It's not time and a half because we don't hire you full time. So it's a few more hours, right? And you work those. You come work those extra hours. Hey, they're extra hours. That does not motivate people. All right, it does not. So my son is working his butt off for a company, pulling what looks to me like double shifts, not making hardly anything an hour where he is, and is not getting paid extra for working the double shifts. That is talent being wasted, people. That's exactly what that is. When you get an employee like that, you relish them. You take care of them. If your company will let you, all right? You put in for them. Hey, this is a good employee. They need a raise. They need a serious raise. They've been here when other people quit. That's not happening where he is, all right? They're screwing him, is what they're doing. And as far as I'm concerned, he needs to leave there. He needs to find a company that's going to appreciate his effort, appreciate that he will be there every once in a while if they need him. But not because of poor management. Not because of poor pay. So it really bothers me that he is working for this place. He's not getting the money that he should be, and not getting the hours that he should be, not getting the recognition that he should have. And he continues there. I really hope, and he works in management there, but he's at the bottom of the totem pole, so it's hourly, not salary. I really hope he moves on from there. But places like that will not pay you good money and will treat you bad. So if you need to leave and go somewhere else, it makes a serious gap. Because in some places it can be a week to 2 weeks before you get your first paycheck. People have bills to pay. They can't go 2 weeks without a paycheck. They are screwing him royal. And I'd love to see him get out of there. Because he's a good worker. He's a hard worker. A freaking college degree and putting up with that shit. No. No. He needs to get out of there. He really does. And I feel bad for him. I really do. And my best advice to him, and I know he's going to watch this video, is that he finds himself a job where they're going to appreciate his talents, going to pay him good money, and he's going to move on. Been a crappy day here today, such as it is, and I hope you all having a blessed day. Right? Bye-bye.